So, I want to give a special shout out to J News TV. And I am so sorry that I took long to do this video, but I wanted to get it right. I wanted to get it right. And I wanted to talk. I have the best. And when I say the best, you have to think about it. You have to look at some of the viewers. You have to look at some of the numbers. But when you look at the numbers, and I'll break this down for some people, then you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. But still is the best, and I'm gonna put my numbers up. But I have the best, and I did the least. What I done? 3, 4 videos. I did like 2 videos, and I stopped. I stopped for a very long time. I stopped YouTubing, and I have one of the biggest prestige. One of the biggest prestige, and I did very good in the community. You know why I do very good? Because I respect people. I show what we need and what we need to focus on. I only bring the best. And there's so many great people, so many great contenters, so many great people, and so many great friends. So many great friends. But when it comes to Save the Kids, I appreciate it. Everyone who's putting Save the Kids, Save the Kids. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you go and you look at some of these videos that have tags Save the Kids on it, you look at these videos, and what's so lovely about it is you can go to search, put in tag Save the Kids, the videos will pop up. But what's so amazing about it is so many people understand the devastation that we face. This is a national issue. We see it every day on the news, no matter what country you're in. Brazil, Brazil have what was it, 75% rate of child murder. We have China, the all-time 40%. But one of the worst things that I ever seen was we have YouTubers all around the world. YouTubers, but YouTube, right? YouTube. But we have YouTube all around the world. We have people who upload horrifying things, horrendous things, nasty things. They never get taken down because it's very wrong, right? But people love it. It's entertaining to people. It have millions of views on it, and they never take it down. Here I am. I spread love, peace, and I get taken down. And I'm spreading positive energy, good vibes, very good vibes, good vibes. God bless Salaha. One thing that I have to say is I'm not a person that can easily be silenced. I'm not a person that can be pushed, because the thing about me is I I really respect a lot of people that are growing their channel, and there's people who are up there 20,000, 30,000, you name 10,000, 15,000, whatever. They're up there. They're climbing fast. There's a lot of people who's climbing fast. And back in the day when YouTube was first cracking off about 8 years ago, when YouTube was, when people was really learning what to become a YouTube, because the partnership was new. And when people really learned about YouTube and wanted to get into YouTube, there was a low percentage of you being a great YouTuber, being a lot of subscribers. Now people are ripping people off for their content, taking it from TikTok and putting it onto YouTube, whatever. But the biggest lie I seen in YouTube is YouTube picks who they want to be on top. A lot of people didn't get paid from YouTube. A lot of people didn't get paid from YouTube. They didn't get their money. They didn't get. And for some reason, I'm on YouTube watch list. I'm on their watch list. So they're probably listening to this video right now, wondering if they can deem it not good. It's against their policies. But the one thing is, that's right about what I'm doing is I don't allow to be silenced. I don't back down. And no part of me have ever gave up. I retired from YouTube because it's a drowning feed. That's what I would say, right? And this is not passing judgment on no one. This is not disrespecting anybody. This is not calling anyone out. But go into your channel, go and pick 4 or 5 of your live streams. Pick 10. Heck, pick them all. Tell me where you're talking about God, Jesus Christ. I would hear people say they're Christians, but go into their channel and you don't really see it. You don't really see it because people say it doesn't sell. Christianity doesn't sell. What do you mean it doesn't sell? So are we prostitutes or are we human beings? Are we just here to spread what we want to give, our analogy, our point of view? Or are we here to fake a point of view that's not true? Are we here to design ourselves like product and sell ourselves? That's what I always wanted to know. I always wanted to know that because when I started out on YouTube, I wasn't trying to sell a product. I'm not trying to sell myself. I'm not trying to put some image of myself out there that's not me. I just speaking my mind. And the thing that I don't understand too is a lot of people in the comments that come in, and I don't know if they want to call themselves robot trolls or whatever. They come into the comments and they say hateful things against God, hateful things, and you never see nothing like that before. We see Christians get attacked more than anybody else. They say Christianity start wars. It didn't start wars. People started wars. People started wars because they hated Jesus Christ, because they hate God. It's true. It's written in our Bible that they hate him. And the reason they hate the Bible so much is because it tells them all the things that they just don't want to follow. When people don't want to follow rules, guess what they do? They hate the person because they don't want to serve them. They don't want to do it. So then all of a sudden, it's a big kaspackle. Everybody has to follow their way. There's never been nothing more popular than you can look at it. In any country you want to go to, it have never been more popular to have sex before marriage. It's very popular. It's very popular. A lot of people who view, a lot of my subscribers, a lot of people who come to my channel have done that. Right? Have sex before marriage. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not passing hate upon them. That was their conscious decision to do so. And they had every right to do so because it's their body, their choice. But look at the world diseases, right? When you look at people die, people don't actually talk about this, but people die from STDs a lot of times. One of the biggest diseases, sex diseases, to kill people was AIDS. This was a huge disease. It was killing people in different countries all over the world. These diseases is what made people start making latex, where they can have something to cover themselves to not to try to avoid getting the disease, and still got diseases through their mouth, through skin contact. There's a lot of different ways to catch something. Herpes been one of the #1 things to catch, mouth herpes. So what people don't understand is you trying to beat the system of God, and then you pay a heavenly price for it, right? Some people don't understand that. You know, there's nothing without consequences. But my point of it is people say, how do you stop STDs? You stop having sex before marriage. That's how you stop it. It's very simple. How do we stop having so many kids? Oh, I mean, if you probably wasn't doing it with just anybody, you probably wouldn't have that issue. People have the most dumbest issues in the world. How do we stop cheating? How do we stop adultery? You stop sleeping with other people outside of your marriage. It's not a big thing. It's very dumb. It's people ask questions that are very normalized, very normalized. Oh, Christians are hypocrites. Well, if they're a hypocrite, how could they be Christian? See, this is the thing. People don't pay attention to the Bible, don't pay attention to the world. All we know is we're born into this world, and a lot of people just go with the flow. Someone tells them for 5 seconds, wherever they read in a book, they believe. One of the things that kills me is people will believe science, whatever's written in the book, right? Mr. Charles Xavier, right? What about aerodynamic? One of the things I love to always talk about, aerodynamic is a total ripoff of Newton's law. But they give Newton no credit. Newton's law has no credit in aerodynamic when it literally built its back off of Newton's law. This is the true works of Charles Dickens. This is the true works of Benel Banacho. This is the true works of people who was not that scientific. I mean, come on, I'm reading books now that says Thomas Edison didn't really invent the light bulb. It was Joseph Swan. Some of you going, who is Joseph Swan? Look him up. But the thing is, why can't we read those books that's written on men who not here to defend themselves, not here to say that this is how it happened? We don't know who Robert E. Lee was. We don't know who Benedict Arnold was. It was just written in a book. It was told to us that Benedict Arnold was the traitor. But we wasn't there. We wasn't there for that history, was we? No, we wasn't. But we read the book and we believe that he was a British traitor. This is factual for a lot of people. A lot of people believe this story. But if I go into any room with the Bible, oh, nope, can't be believable. Yet, we will believe a book on Revolutionary War. We will believe a book, frankly, on anything that is being told to us. When we know in the real world, if you live long enough, you realize that everything that we really say okay to is just things that we agree to. We all buy lies. It just depends on the purchase. How big of a purchase do you want to buy? What are you willing to accept as a lie? People live their whole life, being afraid of what ifs, the truth, the binary, the coronaries of it. Everyone wants to fight what they don't understand. The biggest misconception is fighting yourself. Frankly, I'm a pole if you want to fight yourself. Because we all know how it ends. We lose, right? We lose when we try to fight something that's greater than us. What is greater than us? What is the greatness of the world? What is the biggest secrets? We ask ourselves these questions every day. We wake up. But the real truth is we wake up and we live. Caring and helping one another gets life faster through better. What did I just say? This is why the questionaries is unquestionary. The binaries is unvary. The variation of forever. The vast majority of the people who don't understand the place that we stand in, don't understand the reaches of God that have been bestowed upon us. So if God's sitting there and he's helping you, he's showing you that he is this, he's pulling off miracles in front of your face, and you still don't believe. It was said in the Bible that they opened the skies and Jesus descended down. They still didn't believe. People say, oh, that's hogwash. Well, I say piss posh. Because how could you stand there and tell me what I should believe in or not? How can you tell me who I am? Who are you? Quite frankly, to me, you're a nobody, just like I'm a nobody to you. You think you perfect. I never said I'm perfect. I don't think I'm perfect. This is the thing that people don't understand. We all live in our quarters. But how I always been told is so backwards. They always say that Christians are judgmental. But it's the people who are not Christians that's actually judgmental. Because they're judging the Christians, saying that we're judgmental to judge us. So who judged first? Is it me for believing in my God and loving my Bible and loving Jesus Christ? Is it me who's not thinking about you, not having a thought in my mind, not proceeding to treat you any less of a human being? And all I'm doing is living my life, and you come along and you're the problem. So this is what I tell people. Do not let people egg you on, block them, and move on. Because people, frankly, they're going to stalk you. People are going to try to get at you. I always tell this story. A woman tried to get me fired for saying Jesus' name. So this is very important. We live in a world where there's snakes everywhere. There's vipers. There's a people who are very, 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 very hateful people. They want to see your downfall for no reason. You done nothing to them, but they want to see your downfall. They want to destroy you. They like nothing better than see you have a horrible day. I say smile. I say do not give in. YouTube is not important. Life is important. The people around you are important. Your loved ones are very important. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you're ready. Ready for what? Ready for life. And more importantly, when you see the youth, you see the young ones, you see the kids, you see them. When you see them, you stand strong for them because they're weaker, they're smaller, they don't understand things. Even the ones who seem very intelligent, there's some very intelligent kids, but they still don't understand. They can still be tricked. They can still be groomed. They can still be withered. So you need to stick up for them. You need to stand up for them. Don't get irritated. Be patient. Be patient because we all was kids at one point. I know when I was a kid, I needed someone to be patient with me. Be patient. Be understanding. Be loving. Be caring. When I come onto the internet and I see comments, I stopped reading comments, frankly. I really did. Like on other videos, when I watch videos, I don't read comments a lot of time. And occasionally I might read some, and all I see is very, very hatred. I see people dividing us. Very simply, are we gonna let internet that's not even a person divide us? We've been divided long enough. We've been at each other's throats long enough. It needs to frankly end. We need to be peace and love. We need to understand each other very much. We need to understand each other. And we need to have correlation. We need to have some type of ingenuity that can embrace the summary of what we're thinking. Verily and vastly. But I'm gonna say this. When you're at a certain magnitude, you're doing so well, you're doing good, people seek your downfall. People seek your downfall very, very fast. They want you to fall. And very rarely do they want to rise. Do they want you to rise? But I say this, I'm gonna say this. Go look at these channels. Go look at, and then she'll probably be in the stream. If she not, that's fine. But you can find her channel on my page. Go look up J News TV. Go look up Mitch channel. Go look up Lovely channel. Look up DF channel. Look at what these people do. It's very wonderful, very peaceful, very nice channels, and they're doing nothing but spreading good. It's not for bad reasons. They're spreading very good, very good. But I'm also gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. The reason Save the Kids is so important to me is because they need someone to look out for them, but they need someone to look up to. And we have a lot of the youth, young ones, they're growing up fast with no direction. And we've been teaching them all these years, we've been teaching them this direction, this upside down. But we don't tell them the real. In real life, you're going to face hardship. You need to be strong. You need to be strong. And that's the truth, whether you female or male. You need to be strong because life is hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. Things are going to happen. Some bad, some good. And you need to know how to handle all of them. That's what kids have to understand. You have to know how to handle all of them. Nothing is going to be easy. Nothing. It's going to be hardship. And you're going to have to stay strong. Very strong. And this is what kids need. I remember growing up taking karate. And I learned discipline and all type of things in karate that built me to who I am now. And the youth need people to tell them that, because I see a lot of young people, because young people copy. That's what kids do. Kids copy what they see. So if they see people with low energy, very low energy, not high energy, low energy. See, I have very high energy. And that's why people respect me. They come, they want to watch, they want to see, they want to hear what I have to say, because I have high energy. They've been taught to have this low energy. They're tired, they're droopy, they're sad, they're depressed. They're weak. We need them to be strong. We need them to be ready. And we need them to be built, ready. And they need to have understanding. And most important, they need God more than all. They need God. When we have a lot of Christians, when we had Christianities in school, we didn't have school shootings. If you look back to the 1960s, 1940s, 1930s, 1920s, if you look in America at that time, there was no such thing as school shootings. You know why they didn't happen? Because they had Christianity in the school. When they took Christianity out of the school, what happened? Kids started getting raped, murders. It was horrendous. And they won't put it back in the school because they don't want to teach kids. They don't want kids to have the chance to understand peace and love, to have the chance to understand that we're all supposed to get along and we're all supposed to respect each other's space. Instead, we get this clump and glued in where people throw kids together. They say it's okay to bully. They just help. They just rough housing. It's okay for them to share bathrooms, even though they're opposite gender. They okayed all these things, all these horrible things that we see. They okayed it. And people were sitting back and they're quiet. And they quiet. They won't say anything. They like a mouse. They scared. So they keep their mouth closed. When we need to speak up, we need to speak up more than ever. We need to speak up. We need to tell them it's wrong. And one of the most important things is we need to protect children. It's wrong. And for anybody who's thinking I'm wrong for what I'm saying, that's fine. But I'm saying it here on my channel. I'm not going to your channel. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I don't do that. I don't go to other people and say, you're wrong. I stay on my channel. And if I go to somebody else's channel, I leave a wonderful message. I have great conversations with people. Great conversations. Matter of fact, you can go and read some of my conversations in my community or when I'm on somebody else's channel. Very great conversations. This will teach you how to speak to someone. Very great conversation. And I met a lot of lovely people, a lot of wonderful people. A lot of wonderful people on YouTube. I met a lot of wonderful people in the course of my lifetime too. Great people, heavenly people. People who you look at and you say, you know, you're so wonderful. You know you're going to heaven. You just look at them and you know they have the glow. You can tell that they're going to heaven. You're going to heaven. Wonderful people. And I met them. And I shook some of their hands. Some of them have hugged me. I have hugged some people. And they very, very warm, very, very wonderful people. They was very nice. And they wanted to see nothing but my success, and I wanted to see nothing but success for them. It was great, mutual. We don't have that a lot. We don't have that a lot. I lived, and as long as I have been alive, I only met a course of a small group of that. Mainly what I meet is very rude people. So I want to embrace what I learned and tell everyone, because I feel like what I experienced, somebody else can, take it and actually grow and understand that, early on, uh, that they can be great at life. You might not be great in the job that you in. It might suck. You might work 6 days a week. You might work 7 days. You might work only 5. Who knows? But know that you're a great person. That's what's important. It don't matter you poor, rich, what your race is. As long as you know that you're a great person, that you're being the best that you can be. That's what's important. Is you being the best version of yourself. There's going to be people, yes, they're going to get in your way. They're going to try to take you out of character. They're going to try to destroy you and make you something you're not. They're going to make you yell at them. They're going to make you want to fight them. They're going to make you want to quit and give up. But when you stand strong and you let them know, I won't break my will. I won't turn against God, but I will turn against you. I won't go to Satan's side. Instead, I'll stand in Jesus' light. When you let a person know that you are far beyond what their scope is, trust me, you stand stronger than all those people. The thing I used to get every week, people used to message me on the game system when I used to have the game. I don't play games anymore, but I was the best at it when I played it. And when I used to play the video game, people used to message me on there all the time. I never hid my name. Everybody, I always told people, you can always connect to me. You can always message me and let me know, and I will message you back. And I would add people. I would add anybody. Anybody wanted to be my friend, I would add them and I would play with them. I was never a snob. And I would get messages every week. Somebody had a problem with something I said. Some people was threatening me, like I was scared or something. Oh, over the internet, blatant threat. Somebody even told me, I got your IP address. I know where you live. I'm gonna put your information on there. These people was clowns. They was very joke. And the funny part about it is, some of them was messaging me 3 or 4 times. Then they'll go away because they'll see I didn't message them back. Some people I just blocked. But I would never message them back. You know why I never messaged them back? Because there was no point. They wanted to get a rise out of me. They wanted me to get mad. They wanted me to have a match with them because they wanted to break me from being positive. Because I will always come out and say, let's be positive. Good vibes. Good vibes. Let's be positive. So they wanted to take me away from that positivity and make me become negative by messaging me things to try to get a reaction out of me. But I didn't give it back. Like, I was even called the N-word. I was called racial slurs. That don't get a reaction out of me. That don't make me want to message you back. I will tell you what will get me to message you back. Saying kind things to me. Because when you say something kind, I'm going to think that you're coming from a good space. And then I'm going to message you back. And then, but if I see that you're not really kind or you're not really nice, then I'm just going to block you and leave you alone. But the thing is that never works on me. I don't care what you say about me. It really don't bother me at all. And the point of me saying this is kids need to learn this. When I say the kids, this is a teaching moment. Like, youth, the young people need to learn this. Like, do not let things bother you. Do not let things take you from who you are and who you're trying to become, or who because we all have greatness set out in front of us. It's just up to us to capture that light and become that greatness. And the only way that we can do that is by helping each other and by protecting the kids and making sure that they have a bright future ahead of them as well, because we all trying to get to that next stage, but we don't need to be at each other's throat or knock somebody else down just to get to that next stage of life. The heavens is for everyone every Christian that wants it, because some people just don't want it. Some people, believe it or not, like, you would think, like, who don't want to be glorified, who don't want to be loved by God? But there's some people who are self-destruction and destroying their own life and making sure that they don't get into the kingdom of heaven. Forgiveness is a milestone. How many of you will stop and forgive someone? How many of you have asked for forgiveness or really said that you're sorry for something you did wrong? How many people take accountability for what they actually did? How many people actually want to really go to heaven? How many people want to not be addicted? How many people don't want to cheat on their women? How many women don't want to cheat on their men? How many people was willing to wait until marriage for sex? How many people are willing to not kill without a reason? How many people are willing to drop down to the ground and pray to God and worship God only? Who's ready to take that step and rise in the name of Jesus Christ? Who's ready to admit their wrongs and repent to God? See, that's not a conversation for me and another person. That's a conversation for that person and God. But you gotta be willing to have that conversation. People think it's easy being a Christian, but nothing ever worth having is easy. We all gotta sacrifice something. We all gotta give something, but we gotta give it to the right person. I done gave everything to Jesus. I could care less about material things. I could care less about money, cars, anything that's materialistic, or anything that has to do with gold and greed or addiction, because it don't lead nowhere good. You could watch somebody in your life close to you take those roads and realize it don't lead nowhere good. And if it don't lead nowhere good, why do I want to take that path? Nah, I'd rather stay in the light of Jesus Christ and take that path and walk that path. See, some of us got to be thinking ahead of where we at now. Some of us wondering why we stuck in the same places, because we never thought to think outside the box that we're in. We have to think outside of that box. And we have to learn to appreciate the people that care about us most. And so that's why before I end this conversation, I'm going to say, I love you, J News TV. That's what I'm going to say. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, God Almighty. And I just hope everyone that listened to this is just having a blessed and glorified day. God bless you all.